You are now on the top rope.
Yo, 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 yo.
Welcome to the championship edition of the Peep Show.
It feels great to be back home in the Impact Zone.
It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Brock Lesnar is the new UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
Good evening on what is the launch of the Top Rope Report on YouTube, as you can see from our channel, youtube.com/The Top Rope Report. The Top Rope is a concept which was expanded from the popular WWE fan podcast, which you could find on Podomatic, which was hosted by Simon Owls, which also had myself, Lee Charlton, and James Partridge, who is now on the Top Rope weekly audio show, which is on TalkShoe, which you can find at www.talkshoe.com/TC/82630, and you can also subscribe to it on iTunes if you search the Top Rope Weekly Report on the online or through the iTunes application. You will find it, and hopefully you'll subscribe to it. Also, we appear on the social networks Facebook and Twitter. Facebook, we are a group called The Top Rope Report, and on Twitter, we are www.twitter.com/The Top Rope. The Twitter application is preferably good because we update it probably every hour a day, and we have what happened on this day in UFC, WWE, TNA, boxing world, so it's quite interesting for you onlookers, I suppose. Just want to briefly talk about the Top Rope Report. As just mentioned, it was a concept which we have expanded from an old podcast. We hope to grow. We have myself, who now like wrestling, MMA and boxing, probably more into MMA now, especially the UFC. We have James Partridge, who we call the fountain of knowledge for wrestling, because he knows a hell of a lot about the entertainment, should I say, not sport anymore. We have Kev Carter, who is our professional wrestler. He wrestles with PTW in England, and he's just returned back to the ring, but he's just been recently injured again, unfortunately. And we have AJ and Brandon, who are MMA team, who are on the show, discussing Strikeforce, UFC, anything to do with MMA, they're on the show. We also have Simon Owls, who is, like I said, is the former WWE fan podcast host, and he will be presenting a monthly podcast on pay-per-views in the wrestling, and a month report on Ring of Honor with James Partridge. But yeah, just talking about the Top Rope, we are going to have a website, which is currently in development, and it will have a forum, so all you fans can go on and hopefully you can talk to each other. But just remember that this show is about MMA, wrestling and boxing, and we hope to keep it diverse. We hope to please the masses out there, and hopefully you give us a chance, because we've just started. It's a new venture. We have experience with the WWE fan podcast for a year, 18 months, but we want to generalise it to the whole audience now, and we hope it's going to be a big project. And keep checking back, because we'll be having brief previews of our audio show on YouTube. Obviously, it's got a 10-minute limit, but we'll be putting a few of the probably more entertaining clips from the show, just to give you people who may just want a taste for it, and see if you listen to it. But yeah, we hope to keep it up to date, and we hope to bring you the latest news in the wrestling, boxing and MMA world. Obviously, we won't be able to bring you the latest news if it's a weekly report, but if you check on our Twitter account, we update a lot of news articles that happen within wrestling, MMA and boxing. But hopefully we'll grow from here, and hopefully you'll accept us, and hopefully you'll like us. And hopefully you'll join us next Tuesday, where we'll be having an in-depth review on the UFC 114 event from Las Vegas, which will see Rampage Jackson go against Rashad Evans in their grudge match, which I'm sure people like me have been waiting for ages. Can't believe it's their first fight, as I said on last week's audio show. But yeah, thank you YouTube, and hopefully you will keep tuning into our channel and our Twitter, Facebook, iTunes, X. Thank you very much. Good night.